The State Senator Megan Hunt of Nebraska joins me now. Senator, thank you for being with us. I mean, there's a piece of me that wants to talk to you as a legislator, but mostly I want to talk to you as a mom of a trans son, because these laws affect somebody's children. And you've asked people to think about it that way, that this is your child. It's not a choice you made or they made. This is your child, and you'd like your child to be treated as normally as anyone else's child.
That's exactly right. Thank you so much for having me on here to talk about this. What's so disappointing about this happening in Nebraska is that we have had this amazing nonpartisan unicameral for, over 100 years in Nebraska. And we have a strong tradition of nonpartisanship and of collaboration and compromise. And we also have the smallest legislature in the country with just 49 members. And so all of these people I work with know me. They know me. They know my kid. They have traveled with us to conferences. They have babysat him. They've helped me with him. And yet still at the end of the day, they didn't use their minds and their heads to think independently about who they're actually harming. And that to me is like the most depressing thing. I just don't know how we come back from that, actually.
So tell me what this is then. Is it real fear of transgender children, or is it just a really good political point that you can you can run up the scoreboard on?
I think it's completely political. These people just literally don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And they're legislating like somebody who's never met a trans person in their life. Somebody who's swallowing all of the propaganda and stereotypes and the false information and misinformation that we hear on like far right-wing media sources, and none of it has anything to do with reality. If they weren't ignorant and they knew what it's like to have a trans kid, to be trans, if they educated themselves about what gender affirming care actually is and how it actually works, instead of just letting themselves be scared and letting themselves be bullied by the executive branch, by our governor, into supporting this bill, we would never be here today.
Can you tell me a bit about that when you said they don't know what it's like to be the parents of a trans kid or to be a trans kid? Tell us in basic terms what is that like?
Well, I mean, it's not a monolith. I'm sure it's different for everybody. But for me, when my kid came out to me as trans a couple years ago, and kind of the journey that we've been on that with our family as a family, to me, that was the greatest blessing. That was the greatest gift, to find out that I had a son, because that tells me that my son is comfortable telling me that my son knows that he's being raised in a safe and loving home, and that no matter who he is or how he identifies or how he discovers himself as he grows up, as we all do, whether we're trans or cisgender, that's what growing up is about. It's discovering who you are. And the fact that he's discovering who he is and feels safe and loved enough to share that with me is, the biggest blessing I could ever have in my life.
So what do you want from him from the rest of the world then? Because he's got the support and love of his mother, which is most of it in life, but it's not all of it, right? He needs protections. Kids are confused all the time, all through their teenage years. This is an added thing at some of these state legislatures, when they have called children to testify, legislators are asking them questions about their genitals and things like that. This is hard to be a trans kid.
I'm still a mom. I'm still a parent of a teenager. And so part of my job is to protect him from a lot of that, hate and bigotry and those kinds of intrusive questions, while also preparing him for the world he's growing up into. And one thing I'll say, I'm not like an optimist, honestly. This is like not a good quality that I have, but I do think that the world in general is not this hateful. Mm-hmm. It's just lawmakers. It's just legislators. And I ask my son, like, at school, do you get bullied? Are your teachers doing okay? Do you experience a lot of discrimination? And he says, no, only from the people you work with. So I think that that's a common experience, is the world at large is not as hateful as our legislatures make them look.